Well, here we are for geography. This is our third page of notes. My plan is to have the test on Thursday, and we'll also be doing a map quiz. After you do the test, Thursday until Sunday, the map quiz will be open. I'll put that in the announcement, so please make sure to check your announcements for each day. Also, when you're doing the notes after today's, once you get those notes written down, then you can submit. Some of you have submitted one page at a time. Just wait till you get all three and then send that at one time. Today, chapter 23, the region today, and we'll go to number 35. So most people in the region are Bedouins, Berbers, Bedouins, French, Spanish Muslims, Romans, and Jews. So a combination of all of these different types of people are found in this region. A group known as Palestinians are Arabs living in the territory of Palestine, and that's located in the country of Israel. It's one of the small ones just east of the Mediterranean. A group called the PLO, we don't really hear a lot about them today as much as we used to. Formed to regain the land of Israel for Palestinian Arabs. And the acronym PLO stands for Palestinian Liberation Organization. Israel was created in 1948 for the Jewish people, for a place for them to live because they really had no homeland. And so that area was created, especially after World War II, for them to have some place to live. And a lot of Palestinians and others in the region were not happy that this area was created for them. Okay, Arabic and Hebrew are the major languages spoken, and there is some English. So those three languages would be the dominant language throughout the region. This is an example of what Arabic looks like, or Hebrew, sorry. Iran, this is a land that was once called Persia. So you can see this entire area known as Persia, and Iran is one of the countries that dominated that region. Culture hearth, this is a centers where cultures developed and spread outward. So this is one of our early chapters in world history, and it's one of the cradles of civilization. It's also called that. Cuneiform, wedge-shaped symbols written on clay tablets. This was done by the people in this region, specifically the Sumerians. And you can see this stylus. It's a piece of wood that has a kind of a triangle shape to it, or a wedge shape. And then they would take the soft clay and just press into it in different directions and different ways to create the writing. And then they would bake the tablet until it was hard, so it was a more permanent form of writing. Ziggurats, these are large mud brick pyramid-shaped temples built by the Sumerians. So different than the Egyptians were built for tombs for their pharaohs. These were built specifically for places of worship. So you can see the steps where they would go up and enter into the ziggurat or the temple. And it was a central location in most of these cities. The term sheikdoms, territories ruled by an Islamic leader. So for example, the United Arab Emirates would be ruled by an Islamic leader, and that would also be known as a sheikdom. The leader was known as a sheik, and so that's where the term sheikdom comes from. Emirs, these are another name for a prince. Also on your map, as you look at that, these are some of the smaller countries. I think this one's pronounced Qatar. It's a little peninsula, and then right next to it is Bahrain, and it's an island nation, but they're very, very small. Okay, a group called the Mujahideen. These are Afghan freedom fighters. And so there was a Soviet-Afghan war from 1979 to 1988. And the Mujahideen were trying to get rid of the Soviet Union from their country. So they were the Afghan freedom fighters. Taliban, a fundamentalist Islamic group that took over in Afghanistan after the Soviets were gone. This is the group that we've heard about with 9/11 and all of the things going on in Iran and Iraq and Afghanistan. Another group, again, we're not hearing as much about this one, but more recently we've heard about ISIS and some of the things that they've been doing. And again, even with that group, what we've been hearing has kind of subsided. There's a little bit here and there, but not as much. Okay, petrochemicals, products that are derived from petroleum or natural gas. Okay, for example, many fertilizers, different medicines. I think aspirin has a basis from petroleum, plastics, and paints. So for example, I always use this example, if you go camping, say you finished off your gallon of milk, and maybe you put the jug in the fire without the lid on, of course. Anyway, as it melts and starts to burn, it will give off black smoke because it's based on petroleum. Okay, aquifers, again, we've talked about this, underground layers of porous rock, gravel or sand that contain water. So you can see this map, even though this is the Sahara Desert, there's a lot of areas where underneath the ground there's quite a bit of water. And all they have to do is find a way to get it out. And that's the end of page 3. So again, please study your notes. Quiz is available, and prepare for that. We'll do that on Thursday. Pretty much have all day. It will only be open for about 30-35 minutes. So again, my intent is to please take these on your own without the help of your notes or your book. And then I'll also mention the instructions for the map quiz on Thursday. Thank you.